Right, today is June 11th, 2025, which is June 11th, 2025. And, we're at Leesburg, going to take off here in a few minutes after we do the flight checks and do a quick trip over to Luray Airport, which is the service airport for the Luray Caverns. And it's a short flight, about 30 minutes, but it'll be fun. And I'm going to do my pre-flight checks here, and I'll get back to you in a few minutes. Okay, we just took off from Leesburg, and we're headed to our way to Luray Airport, and we're climbing to 4,200 as we climb out under the Bravo airspace. Once we get out of this ring, we'll take it all the way up to 4,200. Excuse me, 500.
Off the main ramp, and the one coming
but yeah,
off the
so it's a nice day. A few scattered clouds, not an issue, and but definitely a little bit warm, and it'll be a nice trip. So I'll check back in a little bit later.
Clear view traffic.
Okay, we're just crossing Jason now and headed direct Linden. Ground speed is 125 knots and 4,200, but let's take it up to 500 and full power.
Clear view traffic, Cyber Charlie Bravo, final 3-2, sir.
We're coming up and slow on this climb. Get up there.
November 41, 6 Tango Alpha, stomach approach on guard. Change my frequency, 125.12. 6 Tango Alpha, 125.12. Acknowledge with an IDAC.
On guard, who are you calling, sir?
There's 4,500. Altitude is captured. Yeah, we got a few scattered clouds out here. All right, let's do our, we're at cruise altitude, or cruise checklist, and let's find that. Apps are up, electric fuel pump is off, landing light, I'm going to leave that on, it's actually a taxi light.
Good job, and 5 miles to the northwest, inbound straight in 12, simulated engine out, good.
All right, actually it looks like we got a big delta on this fuel. I'm going to switch over to the left tank.
To the west, setting up for a 45, for the left downwind, runway 100.
All right, fuel pump off. Take a look at this engine here. Left and right, yeah, it shows 15 gallons in the right tank. We couldn't have gone through 10 gallons, so there's something doesn't seem right. I mean, I saw that fuel, looked like everything was pretty much topped off. Okay, but anyway, we're on the left tank now. Fuel pump is off and everything's good. So, we'll just cruise. We've got 6 minutes till we get to Linden. All right, I'll check back in later. We've got Winchester Airport just off our wing. We're coming up on Front Royal, which should be probably right over here somewhere. A little hazy, even though they're saying 10 miles visibility. It's a little hazy out here today. Now we got 9 miles to Linden, which is another 5 minutes. 5 minutes to Linden. All right, just to brief this approach, we're no glide slope. So minimum descent altitude is 1,460 feet.
Inbound for runway 6, Potomac.
First approach would be to Feber, 213 to Sadu, which would be a direct entry.
8 firm will switch it over to 24, thank you.
Time to 6,000.
66198.
Time to 6,000. Direct Feber, clock 213 to Sador. Okay, we're not expecting to do that, and we are VFR today, so we're not really doing that. Now we're crossing over this ridge line, and we're going to be flying down in a valley down to Luray Caverns Airport. And it should be pretty nice. I've done this before. Nice day up here. And we'll come up on Linden in 7 miles, which is 19 seconds. And from there we're going to turn 269. Up, here we go. Up.
Number traffic, November 6244 is Upper Marina inbound, downwind runway 24, full stop, Potomac.
Number traffic, Skyhawk 6619 to range, turning left base 424, Potomac.
Okay, we're doing straight into Luray now, and we started our descent from 4,500 to 3,100. And Luray is, well, the final approach fix 2.3 miles. We'll be there pretty soon. We'll do a pre-landing check, gas. Have it out a little bit. Gas on the fullest tank. Undercarriage mixture. Prop. Move that forward. And switches. And we got the taxi light on. There's a 3100. We just captured that. And from the final approach fix, we'll continue our descent into Luray. I think I see the airport out there. It looks like it is about 6 miles, so we're coming down. Looking good. Let's make a call here. Luray traffic, Diamond Skyvich is 242, 6 mile final for runway 22, straight in.
$1,700. Runway 4, left-hand pattern. Runway 22, right-hand pattern. Luray Caverns Airport. Automated weather observation. 1753. Zulu. Zulu, weather, wind 150 at 3, visibility 10, clear below 12,000, temperature 31 Celsius, dew point 13, altimeter 3014, remarks, density altitude 2,700.
Runway 4, left-hand pattern. Runway 22, right-hand pattern.
Luray Caverns Airport. Automated weather observation 1753. Zulu, weather, wind 160 at 3. Visibility 10, clear below 12,000. Temperature 31 Celsius. Dew point 13. Altimeter 3014. Remarks. Density altitude 2,700.
Runway 4, left-hand pattern. Runway 22, right-hand pattern.
Luray traffic, Diamond Sky Ranges 242, 3-mile final for runway 22, straight in, full stop.
Report. Automated weather observation 1754.
We got some thermals that are pushing us up. About 10 after 3, and we're going to take off from the county airport and a nice little visit with Jim Culpepper, and I'll tell you more about that later. But hey, conditions are nice, and we're going to head back. All right, here's our takeoff. It's camera action. Let's set these brakes, power, and release. Gauges are green. Airspeed's alive. 40, 50, and rotate. Taps up. Prop back to 24. Pump off. We're passing 2,200. And I'm maintaining pretty much runway heading. I can get away, get above these mountains that you see over here. It's 2,500. You can see the hills over here. Doe Airport is on the other side of that. Climbing 800 feet a minute. I think there's some thermals that are helping us with this. I know on the way in we were bouncing up. This is the Shenandoah River below us. We're kind of following that. There's the South Fork and the North Fork. I believe he said South Fork. And had a nice talk with the airport guy, Jim Culpepper, who drove me around, showed me the area, showed me Luray Caverns, only a mile from the airport, so it'd be an easy trip. And they actually provide courtesy transportation to Luray Caverns. We'll drop you off and pick you up. So pretty nice airport, very modern, and very, very friendly. Jason. And let's start our descent. We're at 4,500. But let's start a slow descent here. Over this ridge line here. So let's just start a slow descent to 3,500. Let's say 3.
Sensitive area north of field. Runway 17 is the calm wind runway.
Leesburg Executive Airport. Automated weather observation. 19er, 29er. Zulu weather. Wind 210 at 7. Visibility 10. Clear below 12,000. Temperature 29er Celsius. Dew point 19er. Altimeter 3012. Remarks. Density altitude 1,009er. 100.
Welcome to Leesburg. DC Special Flight Rules area. Procedures are in effect.
As we're coming into Jason, that's 12 miles. We are descending about 400 feet per minute. And we're crossing 3,700. The Shenandoah River is out here. And we're going to cross Mount Weather, which is which was featured in the Tom Cruise Mission Impossible movie, and it's a go-to place for the president and members of Congress. I understand a fair number of members of Congress were taken there during the 9/11 attack on New York City and the Pentagon. We're kind of crossing this ridge line now, and so it's a little turbulent here. And we're going to maintain our altitude at 3,300 because we're flying right along this ridge line, and we're not that high above it, which is why we've got this little turbulence here.
Eastern 3003, tail 771, Kilo Whiskey.
Jason is 10 miles, and we'll be turning into Leesburg once we get there. And we can continue our descent after we cross over this ridge line. Bumpy. Let's continue this descent to 3,000. We'll come in on the 4,500 ring. don't know if you can see it, there's Mount Weather right there. Off to the left of our nose.